Learning with the Illuminati. Part 3. Introduction to the cells of the human brain. The brain consists of neurons and glial cells. The neurons reacts to the environment, sends reaction to other neurons, processes reactions, and utilize both chemical and electrical signals. Whereas the glial cells is mainly associated with insulation, support, and nourishment of neurons. Neurons. The brain has roughly 100 billion neurons, with approximately 10,000 synapses for each neuron. That surely creates a lot of The nerve cell consists of a cell body, also called soma, and neurites, such as axons and dendrites. The nerve cell, like most of the body's cells, have vital organelles within its membrane. Dendrites acts as the antenna of the neurons, through its many sprawling arms, and further outgrowths, containing individual synapses. Whereas the axon function as a tower for the transmitters. The synapse transmits signals when the electrical action potential reaches its end, by releasing chemicals into the gap. When these chemicals reaches the next cell, they generate another chemical action potential downstream. When molecules are transported to the synapse, it is called anterograde, whilst it is called retrograde when they are transported backwards. The transport is important for the chemicals within the synapses, and the transport is facilitated by the microfilaments, macrotubules, and neurofilaments. Further, neurons can be unipolar, meaning they have one neurite, or they can be bipolar and multipolar, having two or more neurites. The cells can be classified by their appearance, such as star-shaped, pyramidal-shaped, and by how spiny they are. The glia, which means glue, comes in many functions and shapes, like the ependymal cells, which are found at the blood-brain barrier, oligodendrocytes, that myelinate cells in the central nervous system, astrocytes, which support cells in the central nervous system, and microglia, which have immune-like activity, satellite cells, who supports in the peripheral nervous system, Schwann cells, that myelinates in the peripheral nervous system, and radial glia, which guide neuronal migration during development. Myelinating glia. The oligodendroglia myelinates neurons in the central nervous system, while Schwann cells myelinates neurons in the peripheral nervous system. Between the myelin that isolates the cells from the environment, there are nodes called nodes of Ranvier. These are important for the speed of the electrical conduction. Astrocytes are important in keeping together the blood from the brain, the so-called blood-brain barrier, together with tight junctions between the endothelial cells. Lastly, the cerebrospinal fluid is produced by specialized ependymal cells, and the fluid holds up, protects, and transports substances for the brain.